And here we are.
Wow.
Small information again for you here and here while you're walking, because something is open and the request of this operator not to go here on the upper core of the reactor. So you can go round, also like this. And I asked him to switch off the light.
Oh, спасибо.
Спасибо. Да, спасибо. Я понял. Я вас...
Look at that fuel handling machine. Oh, like a rock.
The RBMK reactor is constructed from graphite blocks that are penetrated vertically by pressurized tubes that carry the nuclear fuel and other in-core devices like control rods. And what we're looking at here is the top plate of the reactor where it's been penetrated by all of these channels, and there is a protective heavy metal cap over each of the channel penetrations to protect it from mechanical damage. The reactor is empty right now. There's no fuel. It's all been taken out, and there's also no water. So actually there is a little bit of radiation up here, and it's due to radioactive material down in the channels, and the radiation is streaming up through the empty channels and up to the fueling face where we are now. Over here on the side are a bunch of heavy steel plates that cover up the steam water pipelines from the upper part of the reactor, and they will go under the wall on either side of the central hall and bring steam to the drum separators. Over here are some caps for the technological channels. They're a little bit radioactive just because of their proximity to dirty stuff, but they again provide mechanical cover to the channels up here on the core face. We're going to go ahead and pass between the two spent fuel pools. There is no fuel in these pools. It's all been taken out to ISF1. What you see there we'll take another look at later. Those are what I call stringers. They're the holders for things that are inserted into the technological channels.
It's all back there.
And there's some other ones. These are presumably not used. They're not being held in the spent fuel pools. But you can see the little fixture by which the refueling machine grabs the stringer and pulls it out. And ordinarily there would be fuel on the other ends. There's two 3.5 meter long bundles end to end. And here's where fresh fuel is stored in preparation for use. Also down at this end of the reactor hall is the transfer corridor for fuel. It's just to our left here, and this is where new fuel is brought up from below when it's shipped in, and also used fuel can be taken out in a cask. Good view here of the stringer assemblies. This is the top end of the stringer where the machine would grab it. We'll go take a look at some other stuff and here in the central hall. So I'll go ahead and cut the clip here. So now we're going to go up and look at the refueling machine operator's room. And as mentioned before, the central hall of these reactors is basically a large hot cell, because when spent fuel comes out of the core into the refueling machine, there's a lot of radiation in here. And so the operator sits in a little booth behind a leaded glass window, and we'll go take a look at that shortly. But the control and protection system has rods that descend from the top of the core. It has short absorber rods that come from the bottom of the core. There are rapid. Now we're going to go into the booth here where the refueling.
Look here, real quick, look here, all of you. Wait a sec. Okay.
Да, Андрей, нет.
Сколько было всего, сколько дыма, только бы не видеть мира сего. И сколько вынесено, они говорили, сынок, ты не от мира сего. Сколько было всего, но только все мимо, помимо стихов из мира сего. Все вроде выросли, но так и не смылось клеймо. Ты не от мира сего, не от мира сего. Лишний как чернила с пером, как будто кто-то вырыл зерно или вынул звено из цепи, где каждый образцово-показательный. Сать на них, с этим миром связь проходит строго по касательной. По касательной ныли греб песчаный карьер. И с кем бы ни общался, сейчас ощущаешь барьер. И ты вроде вполне здоров, но роя себе подробно все проводишь бесплодный поиск себе подобных. Где бездумные, бездомные, потертые, обдолбанные Голфилды, дерганые, дерданы. Ангедония, приметы, Джареда, летом и дети амфетамина, бафомета и нью-металла. Ты такой не примет стая, мы Питер и Пен, и из пены дней мы растем, но не вырастаем, бредя по одноколейке. Микроавтобус уходит в микрорайон, видно